Awesome. Well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, Sltv. I appreciate y'all spending your Tuesday night with us. At least for me, it is Tuesday night. And for the guests that we have on tonight, this is a really exciting stream. I'm looking forward to. We got some very, very well-known faces in the community, or well-known names in the community. Unless Tails, you're going to go with a little Cryptmancer as your avatar, dude. You should put your Rooney on there.
Never happen.
Can you?
Should.
You should change it to your Rooney. But big shout out to Darkestnyte and Tales from the Cryptmancer. So thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. I think we're gonna have a fun conversation and do some giveaways as part of Monster March. So Tales, I'll kick it off to you first, man. How have you been, and how are you feeling about? Let's go as we wrap up Q1. Are you feeling bullish, bearish? What are you happy with? What are you unhappy with? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, you got to be a little bit bullish right now, right? With the crypto market kind of railing here. I mean, the house is burning down around us, but they're printing money, so let's take advantage of it, right? So, yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, right? That COVID happens and Bitcoin bounces, and now you get all this crazy macro stuff happening, and Bitcoin's rallying again. But hey, that's good for us. We're closing out, as you say, Q1 here, hopefully with a big bang, with land white paper coming out and tower defense and just a lot of stuff that's, well, it's kind of due, right? And I think we're gonna if somehow we start to turn this into a bull market again, I mean, Splinterlands has a lot of tailwinds now that we could possibly leverage and really shoot this thing forward. So I don't want to get too much hopium on to start your stream, but I would just say that if things fall into place, we could be looking at some good business. I mean, Chaos Legion sold out. I mean, there's a lot of good news here. So
it happened just like that. I mean, not just like that, but Darkestnyte, I think you predicted on a stream with us a while back. I think you said March 11th. Did you not?
It might have been March 11th. I knew it would be between the 11th and now, right? So I think I nailed it. So
I feel like you said March 11th specifically, and I think it was March 11th. So we'll have to go back and see. But how are you feeling, Darkestnyte, with all
feeling
the crazy
good, man. To kind of dovetail off of Tails. And by the way, I'm in the middle of a power outage, so you guys are seeing the prepper happen literally right now. I got solar generators going. There's no lights. Well, there's light above me now, but this is all prepper power. So it feels a little bit like Christmas in March, right? Like all the things that we that we've been hoping for, right? I think one of the streams prior, we looked at the roadmap, right? And a lot of things that the team promised, they've delivered on, right? They didn't get super distracted. So there's a lot to be happy for, right? For me specifically, all of the changes that are coming within, tomorrow for the rank balancing, and next week with the ECR, I feel like those are for me, like specifically. They're not for you guys. It's all for me. Based on conversations I have.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. I said I'm looking forward to the ECR stuff too. Oh man, I want to get your guys' opinions on that. Let me just hop into the chat here real quick just to say hello to some folks. We got Yusuful, Ada Parek. Hopefully I'm saying it the right way. Obefinum, Bronco, what's going on? Maluko, Tom Riddle, Liberty Guy. Liberty Guy says, what a legendary stream team on tonight. And with that being said, you spoke a little too soon, Liberty Guy, because we got one more for you. Welcome to the chat, Mr. Walking Keys himself.
Yo, what's up, gentlemen?
This is just turning
joined the
party
legends
now. Oh man, this is I'm just honored that you guys are spending your time with me, man. This is great. Walking Keys, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm sorry I'm a little late, but
it's all good.
I am happy to be here. I'm a big fan of everybody on this stream. Glad to see Tails here too, brother. What's happening?
What's up?
A lot of good energy. When did we do the last one? We did it on Tails' stream, right? A couple weekends ago?
Yeah, a couple weekends ago, yeah.
Oh, this is
getting the gang back together again.
I mean, I feel like we should just start a band at this point.
Mystery Inc.
I'm sure somebody's gonna come up with a name for us. See, Bootops, you're gonna have to start over. He said, "Hey, Tails, After Sound Night." We're gonna need a more creative name with all four of us. So Mondro is saying, "I'm glad inflation is gone and never going to be a problem again." Oh, he's saying this sarcastically. Amazing. All right, Cimarron, Craig Mondre, Solving Chaos, Yao, what's going on? Hello. All right, we're gonna try and keep up with the chat here, but there are 104 people here on Sltv tonight. So, and these numbers have been bonkers. I'm not saying that because it's weird here, although you guys all, are legends. But this whole like FOMO Feb and Monster March has been, I would say, tremendous success for just building out the channel, getting people engaged. So this is really exciting. We will be doing, just like last week, we'll be doing giveaways on the 10s. So people in the chat, make sure you let me know, because you know how it goes with me, Darkestnyte, Tails, Walking Keys. We can go deep down the rabbit hole.
We're gonna be here all night. Just not on stream.
Just on stream. So Tails, actually, I want to get your thoughts on the ECR change, because now we have an idea of what Matt was talking about in terms of how much it's going to cost to recharge it, how much you can play at a time, which is 50 energy if you like max it out just without buying anything. Is this a net positive, or are there some really fatal flaws here that you think are going to get exploited?
No, I mean, I don't think they're fatal flaws here. I mean, I think they're going to have to fine tune it probably over time, but this is a good first pass at it, I think. I think it does fix simplicity, right? Because they said the main goal here was to make things simpler for newer users to understand and just kind of understand. You didn't have to read like a white paper on ECR to figure things out, which is good. I think it will help with some of the bot issues on the leaderboards that we've been seeing recently as well. I think for players maybe like Darkestnyte, it could be good and it could be bad. I mean, it's going to limit. Well, if you don't pay, it's going to limit you to basically 24 battles in a 24-hour period. If you pay, it's going to be about 74. Now, for comparison purposes, like if I'm like running Archmage or Xbot, I mean, you can run basically at 51% and run about 48 to 50 battles roughly a day. So you're kind of, if you don't pay, you're going to run about half the battles as you used to if you used an automation service. If you do pay, you're going to get about a 50% bump. Now, where that all maps out to optimal EV and stuff like that, depending on what league level you're getting your chests in, what your win rate is, and then how much you value the Soulbound reward cards. I mean, it's going to be a lot of, gamemanship, let's say, or resetting things. But I will tell you, I think this is a great opportunity right now to take advantage of the next 12 or so hours. Because also we've got the ranked changes going in place where you're only going to drop down 2 ranks. I think you talked about it earlier today on your stream on YouTube, talking about how, hey, get the Diamond 1, get the Champ 1, get the Gold 1, because now you're going to start out in the same league level, right? And you're not going to automatically drop down. That's huge. So what I'm going to do after this stream ends is I'm actually going to do a marathon tonight. I'm going to try and take my main account's wild ranking from novice and try and get it up to Diamond 1 tonight, because I want to have both kind of up at the same level, because now if you neglect one for a season, you don't play it, it doesn't drop, it stays there. So it gives you some buffer, some flexibility, right? Especially when reward pools change values. So yeah, we're going to try that. So. Oh snap. Well, now I want to get to Diamond. I want to get to Champ 1 in Wild one day and then leave it there forever.
Well,
sorry, Keys, go ahead.
No, I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm making a big push for Champion. And it was a pipe dream until my friend Darkestnyte sent me a birthday gift of like 800 cards, or at least 1 million collection power worth of cards to help push me into Champion. And my win rate ever since his gift, and he didn't gift them to me, he's delegating, just for the record. We're not that good of friends. But but it is absolutely out of control, my win rate right now, and I'm like 140 away from Champion, and I've never been a champion in my life. So
I'm excited.
I'm pushing. This is gonna happen tonight, man.
I hope you get it. Tails, you play up in Champion, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tails and Darkest Night are like
Ascension.
they're the seasoned veterans that have played up in Champ. I've tasted the sweetness of Champ just a couple of times. Usually just getting into there and then not playing anymore, so that I don't get kicked out. But yeah, for sure.
Actually, because of this change, I actually made the push to Champion 1. So I got there a couple of days ago, and then now I'm playing in Wild, right? And I'm in Champion 3 there, right? So I just stopped, right? I was good, building my ECR back up, and I don't want to, I want to go into the next season,
I bet your guild rating's out of control, huh?
What's that?
I bet your guild rating for your guild, I bet you've got
number one.
Yeah,
number one.
My man.
Yeah. So, but this is to Tails' point, right? I think we now have options, right? Sometimes getting to champion is more important than getting rewards. Other times, getting rewards is more important, right? So I can, if I want to go on a massive grind session and just play and not really worry about it, I can burn my ECR down to 0, then go back, put the automated assistant, back up, and then just refill my ECR and go on about my business.
Automated assistant, I like it.
Yep.
I just want to call it out for the audience too, just to keep in mind. Next Tuesday's maintenance when this comes into play. Remember, I mean, depending on where you're at, you could burn down your ECR to 0 prior to that. And when you start, once they switch things over to the new energy, you're going to get basically 24 battles back within the first day. So in the past, if you burned your ECR down to 0, it would take 4 days to get everything back. Now you can get kind of back to max in 24 hours. So definitely calculate that into your strategy if it's something you're looking to do, depending on what you're trying to do, because that's also the one time that'll happen. So
yeah, I mean, I remember asking Matt, all the three of us, so Walking Keys and After Sound, we asked Matt, about ECR and the ability to play more. A lot of the things we're seeing now, I feel, came directly from Splinterfest. Because he did confirm, he said, hey, we're working on a new fix for ECR. I took it with a grain of salt. I did not think that we'd have something as soon as this month, right? So I'm very, very pleased about it.
Darkest, I'm curious though, because I remember when we first started talking, not to put you on the spot, but when we first started talking, you were initially upset with the system just because it would gray out the battle button. You wouldn't be able to play any more games if you really wanted to. So what was the shift for you to kind of come around and see this as more of a net
to
positive?
be able to buy? Yeah, so I can basically refill.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just refill it up, right? So there should be nothing that will stop me from playing, right? If I want to burn some DC or DC battery, right? I'm good, and I can continue playing. It's a small price to pay, right? And the irony is, I've been gaining SPS. I can just convert some SPS over and refill, right? So it's not going to really cost me anything.
Yeah,
and you can play on your schedule. If you go 2 or 3 days, you build up and you're like, oh, you know what? It's Saturday. I'm going to sit back with a bourbon and a fire, which I can't tell you how many times Darkestnyte has told me I'm sitting back with a bourbon and a fire and playing some Splinterlands. So, I mean, if you want to do that, then you put a little extra in and you play a little longer. So I think it's a good thing. And I think, Tails, your tip about burning it all the way down to 0 right before this happens is a great idea. And I'm doing that right now in this season.
Yeah, well, we got a full week.
What else is really cool is, we have so many things, right? I remember thinking about tower defense, right? With the old ECR system, and the plan was to burn down my ECR, and while it's coming back up, to play tower defense, right? And I would be able to stay in and continue to do stuff. But now they've given us so many options that I'm going to need 2 computers to play both of the games at the same time.
We don't talk about tower defense here.
So Walking Keys, can I give you another tip, Walking Keys?
Please, I need every single one I can get.
So we got Vruz coming out here, which is the promo card that you're going to be able to buy for, I don't know if it's vouchers or DEC or whatever it's going to be with, but you have to have 1,000 staked SPS. So my tip here is, if you are farming Soulbound reward cards on multiple accounts, you might very well have an account that might have like 200 or 400 SPS on it, but your main account may have more than that. So what I would say now is it might make sense to unstake some SPS to be able to basically fill up or top up to 1,000, whatever that round number is, just to get that extra purchase in for that extra BCX, the promo card. And if you have multiple accounts, you may want to, unstake more of that, because again, the limit is 1,000. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to either have to buy SPS if you're interested in the promo card, or unstake it so you can restake it on different accounts. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, especially rounding it up. Like, you'd hate to have the snapshot happen
on the SPS.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying you'd hate to see the snapshot happen. You have like 1,900 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Did you say that?
So
it's
I think it was on a bit of a. No. I was wondering if you think SPS is going to pump, if there's going to be significant buy pressure for people trying to get in on this promo card.
I think. Well, it's pumped up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
just slightly.
I mean, it's pumped up a little bit, right? But I mean, we've seen the kind of hype where we think something's going to pump because of a promo, and it never really does, right?
True.
I think we'll see a little spike, right around that time. It might go up a solid. I mean, I just don't think we're going to see SPS seriously move until DEC is at peg.
Yeah,
like it may have a little run here or there, but
we're getting a little closer, which is nice. I know we definitely need to reduce the amount of SPS that's out there.
And I you know what blows my mind right now? And after sound, please tell me how. Like, I want to ask you specifically. Vouchers can be traded in right now at a value of 20 cents each for DEC, and DEC is already about 22% off peg right now. So there's a big spread of value there, and you're going to be able to spend these vouchers for that DEC amount if you buy DEC-B. So I'm blown away that there is still DEC-B available for people to buy, because anytime vouchers are this low, I mean, it's instant profit as soon as you can turn around and flip it on land day when you can actually survey your land. So I'm dumbfounded. Do you have DEC-B? Is that something you're doing?
I mean, I have about 7,000 DEC-B, and my goal is to get 20,000. I mean, I could get it now, but I'm just taking like the extra vouchers that I have and putting them towards it whenever I can. I think what's happening with DEC-B is there's just a lot of people who are waiting for the white paper and or waiting to see what kind of time frame they'll be able to actually use DEC-B. Now, we already know kind of like when that time frame is going to be, because it's going to be like within the next couple of weeks if they get surveying live. But I don't want to create any FOMO, but I do feel like there will just be a mad rush for DEC-B once we get like surveying confirmed. I think a lot of people just want the optionality right now. They're looking at this and being like 75 or 70% of the supply is still there unclaimed or unbought, right, for DEC-B. So I have time. But as soon as like somebody goes in and is like, yeah, you know what, I think I'm going to want to fill out my region with however much, we'll probably see that move. All right, so I am so sorry, guys. We're 18 minutes past the hour. Thank you for letting me know. We're gonna run and do 2 giveaways right now. So let me go ahead and add this onto the screen here.
Giveaway time.
Let's go.
So how close are you right now, Walking Keys, while we're doing this?
Ooh, let's check.
Hey, Tails, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Sorry, I got disconnected there.
Oh, no, you're all good. You came back seamlessly. I want to increase subscriber luck and follower luck. What do you normally do if you use this tool?
So subscriber luck, I usually give it twice the luck. So move it over to 2x luck. I don't usually give follower luck. I just usually give subscribers 2x.
Okay.
And then timeout, I usually set to 5, and you're golden.
Users active within the last 5. Oh, I've never actually changed that. Okay. Yeah, last week that people were wondering why subscribers weren't getting extra luck, so I wanted to up it, but I didn't know what the industry standard was. So we're gonna go with 2x luck here. All right, guys. We have 50 eligible users. So if you have not chatted in a minute, maybe just say thing or two. We'll get this number up a little bit. And then we'll pull a name. Or we're going to pull two, so let's pull one right now. And it is Boot Tops. Congratulations to
Nice.
Boot Tops. I'm going to go ahead and, once this card loads.
Congratulations. Drum roll.
Gold something.
Boot Tops is a friend of the channel.
Boot
You might
Top-
have
I know
seen
Boot
him
Tops
on.
here like every week. So Boot Tops with a... Hold on, it's loading for me.
Vampire
It's a
bat.
Vampire Bat?
Nice. Yep.
Congratulations. That's not a Chaos Legion card.
That's
a reward card.
Yeah.
It is a reward card.
A
Well,
Chaos
congratulations to
Legion
Boot Tops.
reward card.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more because we're essentially at 820 for me right now. So we're gonna go ahead and pick a winner. We got 53 eligible users. Solving Chaos. Congratulations on the win. Let's see what you got.
And a worthy goal. Solve chaos.
Solving Chaos. Yep.
I like that.
Looks like a Carry On Shade.
That's a good card.
It is. It's solid. But you know what? I saw. Oh, gold foil Carry On Shade.
Oh.
All right.
I'm a big fan of
I
that
saw.
card.
Shout out to No Empathy on the stream before. He gave out an astral entity on here, so I'm a little jealous. I want to give out something cool, but we got 3 more giveaways, so stay tuned for that.
So I had a question on the Carry On Shade. So I actually on stream, I was asked over the weekend, we were talking about the 1 mana Chaos Legion cards, and I actually rated the Carry On Shade as the worst of the 1 mana Chaos Legion cards. So just out of curiosity, I know it's got speed, I know it's got flight, but why would you like the competition for me was between the fire card and the death card, and I picked the fire as a little bit better than the Carrion Shade just because with the shatter in the 3 melee rule sets, I found it more useful. But I'm curious to get your individual opinions on that.
You know,
I would just say just the fact that it's a 1 mana card, right? So it's, I mean, you can compare them within their, from splinter to splinter, but the reality is you're not going to play death and fire together, so they're never going to be in. They're never going to be in competition, right?
Oh
but
yeah,
he's just asking like overall utility of which.
Yeah, between all of them, all the one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the death deck in general, and so having that card and sometimes throwing it in at the back of my deck to dodge a little bit some attacks, and it's better than what's the other one that's a 1 mana slime ball or something like that. Like that card is just pointless. Yeah.
Well, slime ball is great if you have
if you
the max
redemption.
level, right?
Yeah, but I have to be honest, I don't have a level 6 or above. So
Elephantium saying that Gargoyle Scrapper's the worst.
Nah,
Yeah, I
with
would agree with
Equalizer and Void though. That's a clutch card.
Yeah, the Void comes in. You know, Tails. I mean, just inherently, I never liked the Radiated Scorcher, so the fire card. It just wasn't something like it's definitely come in handy to your point with like the melee rule sets, but where I think Carry On Shade, I'm not saying that is better, but I love non-magic games and having the Carry On Shade with the new Death Summoner Astral Entity, because then you get the dodge plus flying.
Yep.
So again, how often does that happen? Not as often, but
the undisputed 1 mana card is, we all know,
it's Chaos Agent. But if you do a non-neutral, I think for me it's Mycelic Morphoid. I mean that thing has more kills. That thing has more kills with thorns than any other 1 mana card.
Although Hardy Stonefish at max level with Kelia, low mana battles, really solid actually.
Yeah, no. Well, what I like about Hardy Stonefish is it comes with the 1 armor on it. That thing is just clutch on its own. So.
One other thing I'll just bring up after something that's kind of interesting. Did you guys see the new filter on the cards? The owned Soulbound filter?
Yes.
Owns. Oh yeah,
so good, so good.
I hated how that was how you saw everything. It made me feel like I hadn't accomplished anything.
Let's see. So just to show people what we're talking about here, go over to items. Yeah, Soulbound, which everybody was used to, but this is what they just added in that you're talking about, right, Tails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just filter on chaos, and there you go. It's everything you've gotten for Soulbound reward cards. Much cleaner.
I mean,
Keys mentioned.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Keys, but I also like to know what I haven't gotten yet, mainly because I just want to get upset about it. So it's just like this dude is a rare card, and I've gotten 0 BCX. That makes me upset.
Yeah, I have a summoner. I haven't gotten any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the option.
Good, though, man.
Yeah, we're getting there. Sorry, to keep.
No, I was just saying. I like the option. You know, I do like knowing. To your point, I like knowing that. But having that additional option really does make me happy some days.
So, out of these summoners, just quickly, since we're here, and I'm not going to count Helios Matriarch because I think that's a little too OP in the sense that you can pull in gladiators from any splinter. But have you used any of these? Like, do you have a favorite? Like,
Lob,
come across
for
your
sure.
play? Lob for sure.
100%.
Yeah. The couple of times that I've tried to play, like in either gold or champion, like a bronze level lob with Quora, I still haven't won yet, so I haven't been able to pull it off. But there have been times I've been close.
So another play you can use Lob for is Katralba and low mana with Martyr. So that works really well. And you don't, even under leveled, you can use it quite effectively. So
nice. All right, I'm going to try and catch up on some of the chat here because we just had a subscription from Collins_10. So thank you, Collins, for subscribing to the channel. That it goes to support all of the streamers on here. And guys, if he subscribed, or I don't know about he, but they subscribed with Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription that you can send out or apply to a channel every month. And I think you should do Sltv because there's a lot of good people here.
Absolutely.
Keys, do you stream on Sltv?
No, I do not.
Oh, I was going to say, if you did and I was missing it all this time, that would have made me really sad.
I mean, yeah.
I've been trying to get him to do it for a while.
Stream on Sltv?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of work.
So Keys, you and I were talking a little macro stuff earlier on the phone today. And when we started off the stream, Tails kind of brought that up as well. I don't know if you wanted to share just kind of like your opinion on what you're seeing and how you feel, because I thought you brought an interesting perspective, and then maybe we can get some feedback on that from Tails and Darkestnyte, just because I feel like it's relevant with everything that's going on.
Just with like SVB banks and everything, and
yeah, and I mean, look, at the end of the day, this is a game, right? But we also are very much we have to accept the reality that it's a game that exists and is very much tied to the crypto kind of ecosystem, the crypto market, which in and of itself is tied very much to the financial markets. So just out of curiosity, what do you think is relevant and why you're worried or excited basically on like the stuff that's happened in the last couple of days? Obviously Bitcoin pumped today, which is awesome, but
yeah, the crypto pump the past 2 days have been nice. I tell you, my number one thing, and to your point, we are connected to the crypto market as a whole, and we have not. The crypto market is still kind of tethered to Bitcoin, and we will not see separation until we get close to mass adoption, and things and coins and stuff will move independently. But we'll still see waves as whatever dominant coin leads the pack, and we still have a lot of outliers like regulation. You know, they've talked about different types of U.S. government has talked about different types of regulation. We have specifically the banks that are failing are tied to crypto in a lot of ways. SVP manages a lot of money for Coinbase, you know, and tech startups, and then obviously Silvergate is pretty much a crypto bank, or investment firm. So there's a lot of ways this could be spun really bad for crypto. So I definitely don't think we're out of the woods or like this is the start of the next bull run. This is just panic money moving into crypto. but people will still need assets, still need money to do stuff, run businesses and do things. So if things start tightening up, we'll still see crypto fall. We'll still see a downturn. If the markets, can't find a way to slow this bleeding in the US right now, then we're going to see, bigger problems. The Feds may not raise rates fast enough, and we could see, stagflation or serious inflation over the next 16 months. We're coming up on election year, and politicians love to make things worse in an election year to get the, whoever's there out, and that's just the way it is. And so there's a lot of things that are negative for us right now. But that being said, if you believe in the long-term viability of crypto and blockchain, then during this time, this is when millionaires are made. Being able to take whatever cash you have and invest it in something you believe in. My great grandfather, actually, during the Great Depression, he worked at Esso, which was Exxon before Exxon. And he didn't have a ton of money, but he was eating like the equivalent to peanut butter sandwiches and stuff and ramen noodles. I don't know exactly, but he didn't eat well. But he took all of the money he made and bought his coworkers stock at Exxon because he knew, hey, people are going to need oil for, he thought forever. And so far he's right. And so, that's how he didn't become a millionaire because of it, but he definitely moved up the ladder because of that once things turned around. And that's how I kind of see this time as an opportunity for people. Just have patience, get into things that you believe in. I think all of us believe in Splinterlands, but there are other places to put assets and keep them safe right now. And that's what I'm looking at too.
Yeah. I think, I agree 100% with Walking Keys, right? I don't think this is for us, right? I think this is for our children, right? And we'll make investments now that we may not be around to see, a lot of return on it, but our children will be, right? Yeah. And I think as long as we teach them what, blockchain is, crypto is, give them the pros and cons and let them carry on with the work that we're going to do, I think maybe this is a 10-year, 15, 20-year play. And they'll look back on us and say, oh my God, I can't believe that you bought, Bitcoin for $24,000, right? I think that'll be, something crazy. And we'll say back in our day, we had to go to an exchange to get, Bitcoin.
$1,100.
Yes.
$1,100.
Yep.
What about you, Tails?
So for me, I don't know how many out there in the audience or the stream tonight are married, but for me, I'm looking for the opportunity to tell my wife I told you so, and that when I can make money off Splinterlands and I don't have to take any crap from it, it's gonna be a glorious day. I'm like gonna take her on vacation, be like, yeah, you pay for this? Splinterlands did. Yeah, that's gonna make me feel good.
Yeah, I think at least all of us on here could relate.
That's a dangerous game, my friend.
Very dangerous, but a great dream.
But the payoff could be huge.
Payoff could be huge. Well, so if you guys are familiar with VetV on Discord, or Brandon, it usually comes through on the streams. He explained that where he's just like, he was able to, like, with the ice cream money or stuff that he takes, like go and like take a trip with his family and show off that the game actually has value. And so if you get that, man, I don't know, that could be fun. What's your can we just get a little bullish for a second here? Pie in the sky, where do you think like, I don't want to just say SPS, but you can do just SPS or card values. Like, how crazy from a bullish perspective do you think things can get over the next 6 months between Chaos Age and Rebellion? Because beta happened, beta sold out during bear, Untamed sold out during a bull. I'd say we're still very much in a bear right now, but I maintain that the team, it's almost like a Hail Mary throw. They're just trying to make the economy of Splinterlands feel the scarcity of cards, of DEC, of SPS. Like, Aggie's been saying push and shove for years, but I think they're in a position where they are going to do whatever it takes to make us actually feel the push and shove nature of Splinterlands. So I don't know, if you want to go around the horn, we can start with you, Darkestnyte. Where do you think this could go between now and when Rebellion comes out, say September?
I'm cautiously optimistic. Do I feel that we'll see a bull run of the previous summer? I'm not that optimistic, right? I think that took a lot of people by surprise, and I think a lot of the macro and economic factors really played into what we saw there. However, that said, when I look at the environment and I ask myself, what are the alternatives to Splinterlands? There really aren't a whole lot. I mean, there are other games out there, right? But you know, I think we have a really good core of players and investors, right? And I think they're in it for the long haul. And I think once that flywheel starts, right? People will see it, and then they're going to FOMO in, right? That's what I think is going to happen. And have been here for the last 3 years, right? Accumulating assets, and we'll be the people with those assets that a lot of people are going to want. And so I think about that more than anything else.
Do you think the flywheel happens in 6 months?
It could, right? I think it could, right? I think there's an event that's going to happen, right? We're going to have land, right? We're going to start staking things, and I think the allure of having land, one, is part of the community, and two, as an investment, right? You're making new resources with land, right? I think that's a whole nother aspect of this game that I think it could take off. Right. So at the end of the day, I think there are a lot of good things happening. They've met the expectations of the roadmap so far. And if they do what they say and keep the momentum going, I think that we're going to be ready for any positive kind of market action. I think we'll be well positioned. And if you remember, that's what Matt said at Splinterfest, right? He said, I'm getting ready for the next bull run. He specifically said that. And I think they're doing a great job.
What about you, Keys? Are you cautiously optimistic? Are you bullish? Are you bearish?
I think Darkestnyte nailed it. Cautiously optimistic. I mean, I do think you're right, After Sound, that for this over things that we've done in the past, all the ducks seem to be in a perfect row. Splinterlands has done a good job of lining up, teeing up land after so long. We're still excited about it, so that's good. We have tower defense somewhere out there. We have other things happening in the ecosystem that's exciting. But I don't think, my biggest fear is what we can't control. I think all the great things are happening, in the game that we can control. The card prices are inching up as planned. Our DEC is moving up the peg as planned. Land is progressing. I'm excited. Nodes are on, coming out, but none of that will matter if the economy takes it, goes and slides into a big recession or depression or whatever, or if it can maintain, then I think we're really going to, see some nice growth. But I'm on like a 1.5 to 2 year plan in that next bull run. Whenever that happens, that's when I think we'll really start seeing the fruits of our labor. I think we'll just find ways to stay afloat for the next couple of years, or next year and a half. When that happens, it's going to happen. It's going to happen quick. And then by that point, I hope we will have land 2.0 or whatever in place, like land the game. Yeah. We will have Soul Keep in place. We'll have goals in place. We'll have the new player experience, possibly, on our show. Beer was talking about Battle Pass and some other things. Have one of those things in place for new players, then we could really see some tremendous growth coming out of that. But unfortunately, it's the market that makes me nervous, not the actual company.
Yep, fair enough. What about you, Tails?
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I am hopeful. Obviously, if you watch some of my videos, you probably have seen some of my opinions that all is not perfect in the game, and we wouldn't expect it to be, right? We're innovating here in Web3, so this is what makes Splinterlands great, is that we as a community can influence the game, and our voice can be heard as part of the DAO, right? Which is great. But for me, I think it comes back to what both Darkestnyte and Walking Keys had mentioned, is that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And to me, what rhymes is if we can get that macro kind of timing, originally we had, when a lot of us joined, like myself and Aftersound at least specifically, we had SPS airdrop, which was basically a huge catalyst for the game. Well, we have a number of catalysts that could be the next SPS airdrop. And I think land could definitely be the wild card that could be the defining factor if it's done right. We'll see. And if some of these things, maybe it's not land by itself, maybe it's land plus GLG or whatever else happens to be here. But if we can get the flywheel in motion, I mean, the team has built the engine here to really soar. If maybe it's not just one thing like land, maybe it's a bunch of things that come together all at once, we could really have something, could really be cooking with gas here. And for me, that's exciting. And that's what I'm here for. I want to see, all of the work that's been put in place over the last 2 years, or last year and a half of this bear market. I want to see it bear fruit, and I want to see what it can do. So that's what I'm hopeful for.
Bit, thank you. I know we're 40 minutes past the hour, so we're going to get into that. Phantom said Papa Bear's left the building. So in that vein, my quick thoughts on this, and then we'll get into the giveaway. You guys are all playing it safe, which I understand. And I normally do the same too. I actually think this, because I look back at like 2019 and 2015, I think Bitcoin, despite what's happening in the macro, I think Bitcoin's still gonna have an exciting year. It's not gonna hit new all-time highs. We're not in a new bull run. But you look at, like, for example, Bitcoin bottomed out at like 3.5K in 2018, and then it like hit as high as like 10 or 12K in 2019, right? So that was like a 4x jump. And the markets, Bitcoin does whatever, but then alts have like a lot of fun with it. So I think that's going to happen in the macro, and it's not going to be amazing, but it's just going to be choppy both to the upside and the downside. With Splinterlands, though, where I get really excited is I think whatever this period is between now and the launch of Rebellion, I think it's going to clear out all the overhang. And so like our equilibrium is going to be at a very much like of a healthier place. And if that happens, the token values will be up. The DEC should be at peg. They're like card prices will probably be up as well. And I think one of the lessons that they're hopefully going to learn from Chaos Legion is with Aggie's idea of like burning packs as they go along. We're gonna be in a great spot by Q3 is my hope, right? We're gonna be in a great spot Q3, and I think Tails, you mentioned this, like we came in during the SPS airdrop, which was a huge catalyst. Now I have no idea what's going on. I'm just talking out of my butt here, right? But we know that the team is always looking to do like certain kinds of partnerships and that they want to bring as much value to SPS. So one of the crazy things that could happen within the later part of this year is if there's another GLG type launch, or if there's another tower defense type launch that could bring more value to staking SPS, because we're seeing that trend, right? We're moving away from CP, there's going to be a SPS delegation. And I think if SPS goes up, then that brings in people, right? For whatever reason, whether it's greed, whether it was whatever, like people see the number go up. And the crazy part to me is the fact that like SPS could do a 10x now, right? It could go from 3 cents to 30 cents and still be down 70% from an all-time high.
Yep.
Right? Like, so
yeah.
Again, I'm not saying that it's going to do a 10x. I'm just saying that we've dropped so low that when people see like, oh, year to date, SPS has done so much. Again, I'm not saying that it will, but I'm just saying that even if SPS were to jump up to like 10 cents, that's a 3x. There's so many investments right now that are doing 3x's, right? Gala did a 2x on that announcement, and people freaked out and thought, oh my God, metaverse gaming is back, right? Like I need to ape into all these coins. So I don't know. I'm just hopeful that this is I guess my thesis. By the end of Q3 or whenever we get to this, my hope is that Splinterlands can get itself to a place where it is now going to be in the same conversation as your Axie Infinities, as your Galas, as your Ape Coins, as one of the top premier projects that not only survived the bear market, but found a way to thrive in it too. So there's my bullish.
So do you feel that we're thriving right now?
No, not yet. But I think that we've survived, and now, as you guys have said, like they've lined up all the ducks in a row. And I think that if land comes out, Soulkeep comes out, DLG launch as well, like all these things could start to help make them thrive over the next 6 months. So
I do hope that they get all of that stuff out before announcing any other partnership, because I would be pissed if they announce some new partnership and I'm still holding packs for GLG and Tower Defense, and nothing's there.
Well, Tower Defense is coming out in January of this year. Remember? Sorry, I'm just being salty.
Am I mistaken? But we've heard nothing about a release date since they talked about it in January. Is that right?
No, we haven't heard anything.
I would have thought that we would have had at least alpha. Beta,
somebody asked yesterday on the town hall, and Aggie said he needs to follow up. So that's where things are at.
That's not a good sign.
That's not at all. He should know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he says he's playing the game, which is awesome. But it's like, I think we want to play the game too.
Well, I want to play the game.
Yeah, well, I'm not the CEO.
All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna do 2 more giveaways to make up for the time here. Let's go ahead and pick the first winner. Actually, guys, make sure you throw something in the chat because we only got 34 eligible users. In fact, let me just go ahead and take a minute to refresh this.
Type in "give me the loot."
No, there's no keyword. Don't worry. Although we could use a keyword.
Yeah.
Give me the loot.
So while we're waiting for that to refresh, here's kind of an interesting exercise. If you remember, kind of like the highs of 2021, or I guess maybe even 2022, imagine SPS, not even at its all-time high, but let's just say 80 cents of value for SPS. Take a look at your SPS balance today, times that by 80 cents, put that on a piece of paper and put today's date on it, and keep that by your computer, because that's what we're hoping for, right? And look at that number. Like when you're playing battles today and you're earning like 0.5 SPS or 1 SPS, and you're thinking, this is nothing. When SPS is worth like 80 cents or maybe $1 again in the future, if we get to that point, these smaller amounts of SPS that you're earning in ranked battles or in tournaments or in brawls will actually be meaningful. So if you take a look at your current SPS balance, times it by 80 cents and see where you're at. And if that number looks good to you, just keep playing, because it's only going to get bigger.
That is a good reason to keep going. All right, I have no idea how we came. It's my fault. We've gotten way too bullish on this stream. All right, let's go. Pick a winner. Crazy Ryu Kun. Congratulations. Let's see what card you win. Oh, Alpha Wog actually did type in "give me the loot." I love it.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
SPS to the moon. We just need Elon to tweet about it. Right?
Nice one. Jeez, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Lava spider. Very nice. All right, well, that should be on its way to you. Congratulations, Crazy Ryu Kun. We're going to
baby.
Go for one more. And it is Alvini91 as a Twitch username. Let's see what card you got. Congratulations on the win to both of you.
So Tails, I just did what you said, man. So I took my staked SPS, times it by 80 cents,
Beetle.
wrote that number down.
Hopefully it looks good.
It did.
I mean, just round it up to $1 at that point, Darkestnyte.
Looks great.
All right,
Let's
we
not
got
get
one
too crazy.
More. I need more.
We got one more giveaway. We'll save it for the last couple of minutes here. It is already.
I have to tell you, every now and then, Tails and I have been meeting over in the MAV server, playing, practicing, working on our strategies. It's been fun.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Tails,
What are you going to do our Saturday night party, man? Saturday night Splinterlands.
Yeah, we got to get it on the calendar. I'm kind of my schedule is kind of messed up for the next couple weeks, but I definitely want to get that on the calendar, and let's get it bookmarked. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I had an idea, right? That we can get something scheduled, and then because not everybody's able to be on the MAV server, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could pick your own MAV, right? And you could cheer them on while we brawl on the server, right?
Well, then that means that all of us have to put it. I'm not saying I'm there, but anyone that then you put up a couple cards as like the entry fee. And then all the people that chose the winner, they get the cards.
Pick your pony.
There you go. Yep.
Hey, are you guys going to enter into Hawks' tournament? Did you see his video for that? He's doing a March Madness thing.
I did not, but I would absolutely.
Yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it's like in 2 days, right?
Is it? Can you sign up now? Yeah, well, let's see. I I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, got it. For 101 DEC is the prize. Entering now. No, 1,000. No, 10,001 DEC is the prize.
It's 10. Yes, it's no 10,000 DEC is the entry fee. But he's putting together this whole tournament. Go watch his video. I just want to give him a shout out here because he's putting together something fun. He's doing it manually.
Hey,
I figured you and Tails would be the one to go in because you guys have the decks for it. What's up, Walking Geese?
Rooney, what are your thoughts on Rooney right now? Are you because talking about bullish? That is one little thing I am pretty bullish about with the alpha that Aggie dropped. That all land will need power sources, and if you have a Rooney, it'll be your power source. So, I'm pretty optimistic about Rooney.
I haven't bought anymore, but I have my 2 extra, which I've just been saving for land for my 2 plots. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get the benefits. But has anybody gone on and bought more Rooney recently?
I tried, but OpenSea wouldn't cooperate. But the floor it's been crazy rising. Like I posted, really? I think it was like a week ago. A week ago, there was less than 60 Rooney on the market for under 1 ETH. Now it's even less. And I think the floor is, minus 1 or 2 Rooney. It's like at 0.3 ETH roughly, as if I checked 24 hours ago on stream. And it's crazy. Like I think the bus has left, or the train has left the station if you wanted to get cheap Rooney, because with the land 1.5 white paper coming out, and if, for example, Rooney saves you, I don't know, 50,000 DEC per plot of land, plus has a bunch of other benefits as a power source. I mean, that's in-game value plus the battle value. I mean, plus they're rare. I mean, it's all. I mean, Matt, look, the great thing about Splinterlands is the team tells you exactly what they're going to do. They give me the roadmap. They're like, hey, this is what we're going to do. You want to buy DEC? We're going to get it to peg if you trust us. Rooney's my pet project. If I'm Matt, I'm going to make it have value. Okay. You either believe Matt or you don't. But if you believe him, he gave you the roadmap.
Yep.
I'm looking at it here.
And there'll be less Rooney, right? Because we're going to have the burning of Rooney to give it, the other, components, right? Component swap. So there'll be less.
I'm not too sure I'm going to be doing that now.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But to Tails' point, there are only 2 of them that are under 0.3 on OpenSea right now.
Yeah, the thing I would watch as somebody that spends too much time on OpenSea is I would keep your eye on the see where it says what's it called, best offer. And when that best offer gets really close to that floor price, that means that things are really starting to move. When you have a 0.009 risk, in buying a Rooney right now. So if you bought it and you're like, I don't want it, you would just lose 0.009 in gas fees, which basically, and creator fees, I guess, too.
Yeah, that's 5%.
Yeah, but basically, there's a very low risk. That means that a lot of people want them, and that the best offer has moved up, because I was trying to get one the other day, and I'm priced out now. I don't want to spend that much, and ETH's gone way up, so I'm even more hesitant now. But yeah, so it's definitely moving. Tails is right though. That train has left the station. If Gank bought 3 the other day, and I thought that was a phenomenal move. And he's got a region, so when he heard that maybe you might need them for land, or get you extra, he was like, all right, let me pick up a couple more. So
yeah. I'm at the point where I regret not buying more while they were super low, right? I mean, for a long while there, that you could get them pretty easily. And now I'm wondering if I should have gotten at least 1 or 2 more.
It's tough to say, because how many plots of land do you have, Darkestnyte?
4, and I have 4 Rooney, right? So
yeah, so maybe 1 more to play with and put the rest on the land, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it may be even worth it not to play it and just put it on my land.
Yeah.
But
Darkestnyte, you were already saying that you barely use your Rooney, right?
Yeah, but I use mine.
I use mine all the time. What about you, Tails? Is Rooney big in the meta for you?
I use it a lot with Pasiblis when I run a Pasiblis team.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are times like 6-mana opportunity with a self-resurrect. I mean, it's useful. Like it's a card that I will use for sure. Is it a card that I will put in every lineup? No, but it's definitely when those mid-mana matches where I can get that opportunity, I need some of that durability, I'll definitely put it in.
Hey, click
Well,
on
my
activity
question for
right
you
there.
then is it? Oh, click on
just
activity.
while we're talking, yeah, and it gives you a good picture of the velocity of how, like, on this graph that pops up here. Yeah, so you can see all the way back at the beginning in October, the average price for ETH, on the right side. So we dipped down in January, way down, like 0.15 they were selling for, and then
wow, 0.15 average.
So we've doubled since mid-January in 2 months. So it's definitely a project on the move for sure.
See, that's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, if you bought at that point, you essentially doubled, right? 0.15, it's almost 0.3.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
telling what the value is going to really be, right? Because once you stake it and on land and you're getting all these assets, I mean, that's just the cost of the Rooney, right? But what's the benefit that you're going to have over time?
Yeah.
That's the win.
Yeah,
Well, keep in mind it's like going to be the gateway drug to everything, right? So even when they do more stuff with guilds, more stuff with even like in-person events or future projects,
you're going to have to pick and choose. You might have to have an unstaked Rooney to be able to claim an airdrop or something.
Yep.
So do you take them all off your land to claim the airdrop and then put them all back? I mean, it could be. I just think that Aggie and Matt went too hard on it, or not too hard. They went hard on it. That signals to me that there's going to be value associated with these in the future.
Yeah. Well, they have every reason to put value there.
Yeah, and if you look, I mean, literally,
One
it's
more
been
giveaway.
only about.
Another giveaway to do.
I do. Sorry, Tails, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was just saying, it's only been like a month, and you pretty much 2x'd if you wanted to flip a Rooney, you just had to hold it for a month and 2x your return there, which is great. And then if you look, if we have time, there was a Rooney that sold for 2.5 ETH 3 days ago. I want to see what that Rooney was. It a gold foil Rooney that sold for 2.5 ETH?
Yeah,
that's like $5,000.
Yeah, and man, I've been eyeballing it.
All right, guys.
I've been watching that one.
Throw something in the chat. We're gonna do the final giveaway, and while we wait for that, we only got like 3 minutes left. So let's go around the horn real quick. Darkestnyte, any final thoughts on where we're at and what you're excited about?
Yeah, so I'm excited about the ECR change. I'm excited about tomorrow, right? New season and not dropping all the way back to Diamond. So that's going to be fantastic.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
How about you, Walking Keys?
Yeah, I'm excited that Darkestnyte delegated me some cards and I might reach champion for the first time ever. Very excited about that.
We'll be cheering you on, man.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. And Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we're all getting together on my stream on YouTube. And we're going to reveal plots. So if you all want to get in the same region with all of us, let's get together because we all want to be active. We want to, have a cool group of
I just want to have cool neighbors. That's all.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Neighbors that I know. Tails, any thoughts?
Yeah, I've got my plots ready to go. So let's do some claiming on Monday. And then, I mean, for me, I think I'm going to go for the next 12 hours. I think I'm going to stream here on Twitch and try and get the Diamond 1 or Champion 3 or bust with my Wild main account. So,
nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you check out Walking Keys' channel, NFT Gaming and Collectibles. Tails is on YouTube, but it sounds like you're going to be... make sure you check out Tails' channel on YouTube, but it sounds like you're going to be on Twitch as well.
Yep.
Tails, do you want to give the... I don't even know the link for your Twitch. What's your personal...
Just search for Splinterlands. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, make sure you check it out. Tails is going to be grinding from, what is it, marathon from novice to champion or diamond? Is that what you said?
Yeah, at least diamond. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, let's go. All right. Good luck to everybody. We got 67 eligible users. I'm disappointed that there's not 2 more over there just for the memes, but let's go pick a winner. We got Scent of Heaven. Congratulations on your win. Let's see what you actually won. And we will be able to close out this stream. Oh, did I just see a Halfling Alchemist on there?
You did.
Mhm.
It's a little wild.
Oh, and here we go. Gargaria Scrapper. We're just talking about
Gold
moving
foil.
gold.
Man,
Gold.
what is up with these 1 mana gold foil cards? This is the second one, I think, that we gave away today. Well, congratulations to Scent of Heaven. Really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. It feels like the calm before the storm, and hopefully we'll get a hell of a storm over the next couple of weeks, and then in Q2, I think there'll be a lot of fun stuff over the next couple of months here. So I'm excited. I was a little too bullish this stream, so I'm gonna have to go and like take a shower now because I feel dirty. But, but thanks for hanging out, guys. We will catch you all here. Well, I'll catch you here next week, and make sure you go check out where these guys all normally stream and make videos.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.